All right, and welcome back to the EBA Top 40 workout. Marcus Burnett here on the mic as we see that bucket there by Marquise Lanier out of Grayson High School. Logan McIntosh right back at you as he gets the deuce to go off the window. McIntosh out of McEachern High School. Looks like there was a foul called on the play, so the ball will stay with the white team. Eric Hamilton with the ball, the Wichita State signee, off on the three-pointer. Shots off by the big man, Trey Williams. Lanier with another bucket there. Lanier, the unsigned senior, led the Grayson High School Rams in scoring this year. Grayson, a little bit more known for their football side of things, but Coach Joffrey Pierce and players like Lanier have definitely kind of changed the tide and the momentum for the basketball program there at Grayson as they made the state tournament for the first time in the school's history and were atop their region there in Class 6A for the majority of the season as well. So three-pointers knocked down by number 14, Corey Johnson, out of Decula. McIntosh puts it on the deck, gets the bucket and the harm. Just being camp mode, that's just an automatic and one in that type of instance. McIntosh continues to get buckets here at EBA Top 40. Strong move inside by Lanier, doesn't finish it, but nearly had another opportunity, but the ball went off of his chest. Good heads-up play there by Corey Johnson. As we've got J.L. Hemingway joining us here on the mic.
Thanks, Marcus. Good to be back here. Apologize for leaving you out to dry there for a second. I had to catch up with our dear friend Kyle Moore, talking about some of the players here at EBA Top 40, talking about, of course, Eric Hamilton, who's out here on the court right now. While all that was happening, really impressed with the play of number 21, Marquise Lanier, hitting jumpers, getting to the rim, very strongly. A lot to like about that kid.
Yeah, Lanier's doing exactly what I thought he would do out here. He had a solid season for Grayson, led them in scoring, but, unless you were in Grayson's region, really in this Atlanta area, you probably didn't get out to catch any of their games. So, you knew he was going to take advantage of this stage and be able to be the hard-nosed player that can score buckets the way he's been for Grayson really his full 4 years there.
And again, a perfect venue for Lanier to come out here, show what he can do. Show it on SUV TV, show it in front of national evaluators such as Brandon Clay, Sean Williams, and myself here for OnTheRadarHoops.com.
Definitely been enjoying staying in tune with the OTR Hoops Report. Everything from some of you guys' event coverage on the West Coast, the Nike Extravaganza, to, some of the hoop hall stuff and different things during the season. Beyond the pulse of Georgia, it's been nice to see that national perspective from that trio of scouts.
Marcus, I gotta admit, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
To do all of that, to see basketball, high school basketball at its, top level,
yeah.
Nationally. I've seen players, from Jaleel Okafor to Cliff Alexander to Theo Pinson. Ben Simmons, another five-star athlete down at Mount Verde Academy in Florida. To Steven Zimmerman, Chase Jeter. I'm name dropping all over the place here, but the idea here is that being able to see that type of basketball has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if you saw Jeter and Zimmerman, you saw Noah Robotham as well. I really enjoy watching them play. I think Jeter and Zimmerman are you're probably bigger Google food than Noah Robotham's name, but he's had a great season for Bishop Gorman. And a lot of those big-time stages, such as the ones that you were able to watch him on, as well as some of the SUV TV coverage.
Yeah, without a doubt, Jeter and Zimmerman. I had a chance to watch them out at the Nike Extravaganza at Mater Dei High School. You talk about 2 7-footers, along the front line. That's an instant high-low threat right there, instantly. Marcus.
Yeah. Summer Hour misses that one. Rebounded by a 131. Ware. But not for long, as here comes Mitchell. Mitchell, nice bounce pass, and the finish by number 8, Isaac Kellum.
Kellum's had a solid showing here at the top 40 camp. Good finish there by 121. That's Bradley McCurdy. Brandon Clay mentioned him as one of the kids rode down with Brooke Copeland from the Cleveland, Tennessee area. McCurdy's had just a solid afternoon here, just kind of done his thing. Been able to hit the open jumper, and as you can see right there, can finish around the rim as well, too.
Well, I mean, if you carpool with Brooke Copeland somewhere, you got to be able to hoop. That's just kind of an assumption.
Yes. It's a prerequisite.
Really enjoyed watching Devin Mitchell play today. I mean, he's a senior, but he's just really been out there like a veteran. The way I think it seemed like the first 10 to 12 minutes, he just really was focused on getting others involved. And I'm sorry for the distraction, but we've got Kendrick Summeroy, the freshman, going right at DeMarcus Simons of Buford. you can't beat it, man. You got tough competition going on the game court as we see the dunk by the big man, Austin Venable. And then on the skill section, you've got some one-on-one drills where you've got a talented freshman matched up against a sophomore who's garnered offers from the likes of UConn. I believe Mississippi State is also offered. You might be able to think of some of the others from DeMarcus.
Oh, those are the main two. But boy, yeah, summer hour, going head to head against Simons down there. Boy, that was something.
At the free throw line, Contrail Ware.
Yeah, got a one-on-one drill over here where both offense and defense have to run around the cone, and then they play one-on-one from there. Yeah, just another great example of the skills training. Not just an opportunity for these kids to come in and just play 5-on-5, but also at the same time pick up some skills, learn some new tricks, so to speak, that could help them on down the line.
Trey Williams. The big man knocks down the jumper out of the corner.
Hey, that's the second jumper that we've seen him hit today.
There's Hamilton.
Oh. Big day here for Trey Williams. He's going to try for a third. Doesn't quite hit.
Hey, why not? He was playing with house money, with found money at that point.
Right.
He had already picked Hamilton's pocket. Hey, why not? Williams gets the offensive rebound. Three-pointer knocked down by Cantrell Ware. Ware takes the cookies there. Going to come the other way. He's fouled. He'll shoot 1 for 2. Every time I look up at the one-on-one drill, DeMarcus Simons is in the defensive position. He just got a block over there on the most recent trip.
We're at the line. He's another Cleveland, Tennessee product.
And Devin Mitchell's shooting it from Cleveland, Tennessee. Looks like Trey Williams going to get called for the travel there. As Clyde Pritchett mentioned just a couple seconds ago after that Devin Mitchell three, if y'all haven't learned that by now,
you're just slow learners. You just cannot give this guy any space.
None.
He's got such a quick release, and he's so accurate at the same time. Oh, nice move there by 141. Couldn't quite get it to go, but Trey Williams, Johnny on the spot there with the rebound.
Yeah, good take by Philip Vinson. Couldn't get the finish. But a nice move. Looked like there was a little bit of contact there, but it's camp play, showcase play, less whistles, more game. Love it. As Trey Williams kind of got caught in no man's land there. Eric Hamilton was going up to swat that one. Somewhere are going to kick it out to Hamilton. Hamilton knocks it down. As the two club teammates from last summer, both Hamilton and Mitchell, played on that Southern Kings team. As Vincent knocks down the three.
Nice jumper there by Vincent. Brandon mentioned Vincent's older sister, Bria, who used to frequent EBA events way back in the day. Fayetteville, Georgia, I believe Vincent is from, well, Peachtree City, I should say, McIntosh High School, 2015 prospect.
So getting some substitutions squared away. Trying to feed it inside to Venables, it's taken away. McCurdy has it. Shot just short by Charles Patton. Nice defense being played by Patton.
Very aggressive defense. Pushed them all the way back to the half-court line.
Lanier can take the contact. He's a football player that decided to switch to basketball and basketball only at the age of 13.
Nice pass. Good finish right there by Jordan Davis, but a terrific pass there by Lanier, right?
Yep,
Marquise
Lanier.
Yep.
The Grayson Ram.
Should have known by the lime green shoes.
Yeah, that was a pretty good indicator. You know, for him he said the injuries is what kind of made him say, you know what, I'm going to stick with basketball as opposed to focusing on football as well. But I could imagine, I'm sure Coach Mickey Kahn had to ask him one or two times over the course of his 4 years at Grayson if he wanted to give football another try.
Well, I might be a little bit biased, and boy, Venable. Austin Venable is showing what he can do here today. He's putting himself on the map as far as post play goes.
Yeah, Venable doesn't have time for the foolishness. If he gets it and it's in the vicinity, he's looking to go up and flush it, man.
Yep. But going back there to Lanier and football, you know, football coaches, you know, being the great people that they are, they love to share athletes. But they always want the first share.
Yeah.
And, you know, starting their season in August, well, of course, yeah, we'll share athletes. And, you know, by the time these guys are all banged up, broken bones, cut up, and by the time they get the basketball season, it might be January before some of these guys are, you know, healthy.
Yeah.
Nice move right there in the lane by 150. That's Zach Orr. Banks County High School. Actually a high school teammate of Austin Venable himself.
Yeah, Commerce, Georgia represented pretty well here today. You got Venable and Orr. You got
Caitlin
Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
That was here also. McCurdy going to take the baby J.
Nice. Been a good camp here for McCurdy. Hit several open shots. Just really done his thing. Played his position. And a lot of times in this type of setting, that's all that it takes to raise some eyebrows.
We're going to take a short break for the intermission of this one. Got about 2 minutes, and we'll be right back here with the second half. EBA Top 40 workout. We'll see you back in a sec.
We've been going all day. We've been going all day. Yeah, this morning.
I think 23 pointers is probably a good enough job to get you. I don't know exactly. I stopped counting. Probably after the game. Yes, second half. All right, we are ready to come back to the action. Second half, game 3 here, EBA Top 40 workout. Three-pointer coming on. The way splash, number 8, Isaac Kellum. Knocks down a three-pointer. Kellum having a nice showing here today. We're going to swing it over to Cheffin. Cheffin, triple threat, decides to take the three. It's no good. Here comes Summerauer the other the other way.
Great no-look pass right there. A little sleight of hand. A little Pete Maravich pass there, huh?
And finished by Travion Sconyers. As Logan McIntosh continues to tickle the twine from outside. Mid-range J, no good by Summerall.
Oh, great handling there by McIntosh.
I like watching. I really enjoy McIntosh in this setting. He does a lot for that McEachern team, but it's almost to where it's better to enjoy him in this setting because he's just able to kind of freestyle a little bit and be more of a scorer as opposed to having to do the floor general duties per se.
Sure.
I mean, I've seen him knock down jumpers and be able to score, but seeing him out here loosey-goosey, just splashing from NBA range the couple times we've seen him. It's been fun to watch. Is that pass going to be just behind Eric Hamilton? It'll go the other way.
Yeah, it's interesting to note the differences, in the style of play with some of these guys a lot of times. Sometimes the camp setting, doesn't do justice for a kid. Other times, you might be able to see a different side of a kid that you haven't seen before, and it's always interesting in these type of settings.
Yeah. McIntosh drops it off for Trey Williams. Williams, a little bit of touch by the big man there. Hamilton for three.
And it drops, and that's really the key piece of Hamilton's game at the next level. He's obviously got the physical tools. But if that three-point jumper can get consistent as he is from 15, 16 feet, he's going to be a problem. And he's going to have the potential to log a lot of minutes, for the Shockers. But a lot of that will key upon, his willingness, his commitment, to get into the gym and to keep playing. And as evidenced, by his willingness to get up here on the, in the gym on a Sunday afternoon, should speak volumes of that. We've got a little injury here. Number 8's on the floor. That's Isaac Kellum. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Training on staff to make sure he's good to go. And speaking of Wichita State, very impressive season. Some that played devil's advocate mentioned the fact that they're in the Missouri Valley Conference, but at the end of the day, I don't care what conference you're in, especially playing some of the games that they played. 32-0 is tough regardless. And Wichita State has been able to do that. As it looks like Kellum is on his feet, able to walk off under his own power. That's always a good thing. McIntosh will inbound the ball, gets it over to Kentrell Ware. Williams hesitates and goes in, floats it. His second straight floater.
Well, I'm telling you, Williams has had a terrific afternoon here.
Marquise Lanier splashes the three.
Yeah, we're going to get goaltending here.
Nice job by Ware. He arched that as high as possible off of the window.
Good drive there by Lanier. Is going to get the automatic three-point play. Really like Lanier's frame. Strong through the shoulders. And when you talk about a kid that can drive, the basketball, I think that means something too, because, if a kid's quick, if he can drive, if he's got a thin build and you can knock him off the line a little bit, basketball's a contact sport as much as, some people would like for it not to be that. Well, it is. And thin frame kids a lot of times have trouble being able to get to the lane, be able to take the bump. And so Lanier at the next level is going to have an opportunity because of just how naturally, physically strong he is.
That That three's knocked down by number 13, Austin Dukes. I'm not sure if that, I think we got a jersey mixed up on that because I know Austin Dukes, the, let me make sure I've got that right. Hamilton set to inbound the ball. Talked about Lanier being able to get to the rack. Prime example.
I like the ability, his ability to be able to go, either hand. He put it in his left hand right there. Didn't quite get it with the first dribble. Definitely got it through the second dribble. Hamilton knocks down yet another jumper. Big day for him. No accident that was so highly recruited and going to end up playing for the Shockers next year.
Going to College of St. Louis, I used to go down to, at the time it was the Savage Center down there in downtown St. Louis for the Missouri Valley Conference tournament that takes place around the same time every year. And Wichita State then was still a good program, but definitely not flying at the high level that they have been over the past couple years. Back then it was Creighton was still in the MVC and was a little bit more of the contender year in, year out, but still fun to catch Wichita State and those guys every year.
Ooh.
Somewhere Howard says, hey, where did you think little bro got it from? He uses his wiggle right there to get to the rack.
Yeah, a lot of spice and a lot of sugar on that move right there.
Yeah, man, you got to do a crossover in the morning just to get to the breakfast table, man. McIntosh loses that behind the back. Picked up by Ware, back to McIntosh. Nice pass.
Nice pass.
The finish by Vincent.
Chris Watkins did a feature player eval on Logan McIntosh earlier this year. And that highlight really gave me an insight into, what Logan can do. It's been a good opportunity for me to see him live and in person. He's got a lot more, I guess you could say, a little bit more shake in his game here, in person than sometimes what you could see, on film.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I mean, I've seen a good amount of McEachern games over the past couple of years. I knew McIntosh could go, but, it's really been great watching him in this setting today. Still have it here. Another deep three. That one just in and out. Lanier for three.
Substitution.
Counted. Marquise Lanier, he's been playing hard all day. He's got enough left in his legs to knock down that three-pointer. Unsigned senior. Definitely somebody coaches want to keep an eye on and touch base with. McCurdy over to McIntosh, another deep three. As it doesn't seem like he likes a three-pointer unless it's from the NBA range here today. He's been knocking it down from deep. Big Venable misses that shot. It's rebounded by his high school teammate, Zach Orr. Orr gets another rebound. Too strong on the shot. It's wrestled away by Hamilton. Coast to coast by Duluth High School's own Hamilton. Nice pass by Orr. Three-pointer won't go.
Oh, alley-oop time. just a little too deep on that.
Kellum misses that shot. Spin move by Hamilton. He's called for the travel. Looked like a good move.
You know these referees, they don't like offense, Marcus.
But trust me, hey, I played ball with that guy right there. He likes offense. I guess maybe it's offense for others.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know, Marcus. You know, they're talking about these new rules, you know, in the NBA, you know, the 4-point play and this and that. And I'm a big proponent. I'm just going to step on my soapbox here for about 45 seconds, and I'll just let it go.
I got you.
I'm a big proponent of increasing the foul-out rule to 6 fouls. Mm-hmm. You know, just like we have during the summertime, the high school level, the college level. I think the game is so fast. You know, referees are bound to miss a foul here or there. And I know, you know, coaches would agree with this. And to punish a team and to punish a kid for, you know, somebody else's mistake, I think is unfair. So,
yeah,
you know, if there's a questionable call here, you know, a missed block charge call there, and, you know, suddenly you got 3 fouls and you got to sit a kid down. Why not go to 6 fouls? I think that would definitely help, you know, ease the tensions, you know, a lot of time. And then the other thing that, and again, just from my experiences of, you know, coaching basketball and watching basketball, we got to ease up on these travel calls. You know, a lot of times a kid will jab, and then go the opposite direction. It's automatic travel. Well, it's not an automatic travel. Watch the pivot foot.
Yeah.
I think too many times we take away offense and we wonder why we get these you know, 48 to 44 games. Well, if we don't want those type of games, well, we got to loosen up on some type of things. So that's CoachHemmy.com. Soapbox now stepping down and handing back over to you, Mark.
Yeah, I agree, man. You get my vote, man. If I had to cast it based on those issues, man, and your stance on them, I agree. I think definitely from a foul standpoint, I think it got a little bit better as the season went along, but the number of foul calls were just, you know, I remember a Miller Grove Norcross scrimmage at the beginning of the season where it was just unbearable based on the number of foul calls that were made.
Well, it's a tough thing, Marcus, when you start talking about trying to clean up play, because if you and another great shot there by Lanier, you start talking about trying to, you know, allow, you know, freedom of motion, freedom of movement for the offense, but if you allow the defense to put your hands on you, you know, and bumping cutters through the lane where it just becomes impossible, well, you've got to clean that stuff up, you know, obviously. You know, I think, you know, the NBA is a great example of, they've done a good job of legislating, you know, that part of the game where now you don't have the 75 to 83 NBA games any longer because they've called it closer and the players have adjusted. And I think the key thing there is coaches and players have to adjust, you know, their style and style of play to not foul so much. I think that we would all like a cleaner, more offensive, you know, type game in that way.
Hey, Trey Williams, his jump shot, it might not be on the front of a magazine, but I tell you what, it's been effective here today, man. He's been knocking it down.
Yes, sir. He's hitting multiple short corner jump shots, and when you talk about a kid, you know, I give him what, 6'5", 6'5.5" maybe. Hey, this Lanier kid, he's going to work. But Trey Williams, big body, strong, good on the glass, can hit the 15-footer. Hey, somebody's going to make use of that.
Yeah, Trey Williams, he's 132 in the black jerseys. Kellum gets it inside. Here's Venable. Venable off the window.
Off touch.
Big Venable. We've seen him be strong inside all game. All camp, I should say. That foul's going to send number 8, Isaac Kellum, to the line. Bounces around and the free throw will go for Kellum. As Williams continues to say, I'm shooting out here, man.
He's saying to himself, why is everybody talking about Devin Mitchell? I don't understand this.
Yeah, I'm wet out here.
Hey, he's got a point.
As Venables going to get fouled on that drive. And that's going to bring this game to a close as we've got 3 or 4 seconds left. Ware's going to get the last shot, and that'll do it for this one. Game 3 is in the books. Here are the boys division of the EBA Top 40 workout. Be sure to catch us back here in about 5 minutes or so for the final exhibition game here from the Top 40.